right, Jimmie Rivera. First of all, we have to know why you have this black eye.
From training last Friday, boxing. Got caught with a good shot and got a black eye from it.
Nice. So it was good training then.
Yeah, it was really good training.
So we're here at the Tiger Showman's in Manhattan, and you're an instructor. Talk about the lifestyle, the dichotomy of being an instructor but also a fighter.
It's a different lifestyle. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, you can't fight for the rest of your life. You know what I mean? There's a certain point where you have to retire and you got to put up the gloves. But the best thing you can do is go from fighting to teaching and taking your passion and what you love to do and passing it on to others. So that's what I do every day. I've been teaching for about almost 10 years now. I started as like a junior instructor. Now I'm a head instructor and owner of our 23rd location, and it's great. I get kids that come in and adults to train. You know, a lot of times kids are just for, self-discipline and self-defense. They want to stop bullying, which is one of the biggest things out there. And then for the adults, they just want to come in, learn how to defend themselves and get in good shape.
You've been with the organization since when?
I've been since the organization since 1998, so it's about 15, 16 years now.
Okay. And how old are you?
24.
So a lot of your life you've been here.
Yeah, a lot of it, day and night.
So you've accomplished a lot as a fighter. I mean, you had an amateur career, then you transitioned to pro. You won, Ring of Combat. You fought in Bellator. You almost made it into the Ultimate Fighter house. What's left to accomplish? What do you want?
I think the next thing to really accomplish is, my long-term goal is to get in the UFC, obviously, and stay there. Maybe win the belt one day. But you can't, always have short-term goals to keep you going. Right now, I'm actually looking to fight for CFFC and hoping to get a title shot, maybe win myself a third belt, and see where it goes from there.
And this is going to be at featherweight, bantamweight?
Bantamweight, yep, bantamweight. I only fought 2 fights not from out of bantamweight. Actually 3. One was for the Ultimate Fighter, and then my first 2 pro fights were like a catch weight. So, and I learned my second fight, I got a split decision loss, and I learned that I got to cut weight to make, to really, win my fights. The guys are just way too big. Like, it was like 150 was the weight, was a catch weight. And even at 145 fighting like Dennis Bermudez, he's a big guy. I don't walk around that big. Those guys walk around like 160, 170. I walk around like 155 or less, 152. So it's an eye-opener. You learn what you have to do and you kind of move forward. The biggest thing is taking from those mistakes and moving forward and learning from those mistakes. If you don't learn from the mistakes, then you can never really succeed. Same thing as in running a school. You're going to make mistakes here and there. Stuff's going to happen, but you got to learn from those mistakes and go further.
Speaking of Dennis Bermudez, in case people don't know, you fought him to get into the Tough House. You totally dominated him for round 1, and then he came back in round 2, and then he went on to almost win the whole thing. He came in second place.
It was a really close fight.
How does that make you feel? Because you dominated this guy.
It makes me feel great because right now in the UFC he's doing better than the guy he lost to for the Ultimate Fighter. He's won I think he's on a 5 or 6 winning streak. He's doing great. I actually got a chance to train with him before one of my fights. Before my last World Series fight, my last World Series fight I had, I got to train with him. He's a cool dude. He's a nice guy. We exchange numbers and stuff at the event, and we keep in contact here and there. I always wish him good luck on his career, and when I get a chance, we go out there and train at Bowmore Kickboxing, and he's doing great. So to lose from him, it's good because I lost from the guy who is doing so well. All right, I didn't lose from a guy who barely made it on barely did well on the show or barely is doing well in the UFC. He's doing fantastic, so I can see where myself's at, and I got to keep working from there.
Last time we talked, you wanted to fight someone who would help, be that stepping stone to get you into the UFC. And you mentioned Aljamain Sterling, you want to fight him, and now he just fought in the UFC. So I know that's probably a little frustrating, but is there someone else, another name in mind who you would want to fight and beat and get your shot?
I have no idea from now. I'm just kind of, I'm kind of lost in a way. I've tweeted to Sean Shelby, not including Aljamain, but I guess he saw it. Just what do I need to do? Because I wanted to fight Aljamain and he turned down the fight twice, and that's fine. You want to turn down the fight, but there's nothing really. I don't know who the next person is, and then from there he got into the UFC where I'm still stuck here, and it's a little frustrating, but you know, you gotta keep rolling with this. Like punches being thrown. You gotta keep rolling with the punches and keep going. He's in the UFC. I saw his fight. It wasn't even impressive at all. You know what I mean? The other guy took a short notice. He took it a month notice. The other guy took it even short notice, and he almost lost. I wasn't really, you know, impressed on the fight itself at all. I don't even think he's that good, to be honest with you. Hopefully, I get in UFC and I'll get the chance to fight him. And because you can't really, once you get in UFC, you can't really back out from that, unless he wants to, you know, fake an injury or something like that. But I'm itching for that fight, so I can't wait for that one to happen.
Where's Jimmie Rivera in 20 years?
20 years, retired, hopefully retired UFC champ, working here, training, you know, doing what I love. It's not even work, it's teaching here on East 23rd Street and across Madison, Manhattan, and doing what I love doing, getting people in shape, you know, changing people's lives. You know what I mean? This is, you know, people don't realize, you know, what we do as the Tire Showman fighters and what we do. A lot of the fighters are instructors or owners and instructors or assistant instructors, and the biggest thing is we change people's lives. We get them, you know, confident enough where, you know, they get in better shape and they go on an interview and they feel even better about themselves. We get people lose weight so they don't have health problems later on. Kids to be able to stand up to a bully, kids to have more confidence, so if they want to do something, they believe in themselves, they can go do it, and to teach them non-quitting spirit, not to give up. You know what I mean? We have that motto here for the kids to, something gets tough, to keep going, and really just keep passing on what I learned as a kid to these kids, and passing on what I learned as an adult now to the adults. You know what I mean? I'm a young adult, and I'm still learning. I'm not gonna lie, and you know, I listen to, you know, my uncle who's really close to me, and even both Shions, you know what I mean? You still learn that as an adult. As you get older, you don't stop learning. It's crazy. What you know when you're 40 is nothing compared to what you know when you're 50. So it's just a learning process, and you keep going. And I know I'm gonna make mistakes here and there. It was my fighting or my, you know, my career and what I love to do. But you learn from mistakes and you move on and you keep chugging away. You know what I mean? And the best thing is I love what I do. It's great, and I get to come and do what I like to do every day.
Awesome.